what is up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP in the XRP community. Now, XRP is at low 19 cents and we are in the green today, but look at this. You can see XLM is on a huge rally as we speak, so it's quite interesting how everything is being played out in CoinMarketCap. Now if you jump into Mr. Level Up Suite, XRP's update number 2.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? So here's an XRP update for the afternoon, and here with the group, we're just going over some of the charts here for XRP. Right now, you can see that we got kind of stuck right there at that moment. I got it down here at a smaller scale. You can see it. That's that blue circle. I said there's a possibility of us going up right through here. It could check down and come around and get it on the next round. So we kind of got hung up there a little bit. But what I think is going to happen here is it doesn't probably need to come back around to do it. I think it's going to go right off that, and I'm going to show you because Stellar obviously came around, but ADA didn't really come around. It just got hung up there and went. So instead of doing any crazy move there, it might not even need to do that, and here's why. I'm going to open this up, and I got this big trend line here running from the top of this peak. I forget who gave it to me. One of the members in the group said, "Hey, Chris, run a line across that." And when you run a line across that and come over here, you're going to notice some things. You're going to notice that when it broke it the last time, this was an inverse head and shoulders, and what it did is it broke it, but then it came back down and tapped on top of it. So you can see it broke it like we're doing, and then it's tapped on top of it, and then it ran again. I think this time it runs even more aggressive just because the moving averages in our setup, just like you see with XLM, it's just more aggressive than it was last time, so a little more aggressive this time. So if we go down to, like, let's say an 8-hour look here, you can see exactly that. You can see that we and I have two lines here. One is just this little fractal, and then one is that one I was just showing you, and you can see it comes up, closes through, comes, taps it, and then what I would anticipate is this actually just continuing up. So just a little bit stronger movement probably, though, similar to what you saw with XLM, which is right here. You can see the way this one moved. Here it is. Here's the way it moved last time. Here's how it's moving this time. We haven't had a candle like that in a while on XLM. So right back here, and then in May is the last time. So anyways, I'll catch you guys on another video. That's my update for XRP.
So will XRP follow XLM? Now guys, before we jump into news, I'd like to say I'm not a financial advisor, nor this financial advice is just for entertainment value only. We can see here from Crypto Dracula, boom, digital yen is here. XRP will revolutionize the world of international payments. The world will run on Ripple. Now look at this, guys. Wow, look at this. The digital yen. Isn't that very interesting? It's finally here. This two comes from XRP Crow. Will governments, central banks allow private-based cryptocurrency to coexist with governments-based cryptocurrencies?
1,000 points at 8:26 p.m. Well, I would have to say no. If anything, what we've seen with the parabolic 1,000-point increase, and we are at 1,000 points at 8:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on November the 29th. Bitcoin crossed the $10,000 mark, and it didn't even take it 12 hours to then cross the $11,000 mark. What we're witnessing is clearly a bubble that's going to implode on its own weight. I think we can all probably, hopefully, agree on that. We're all hopefully adults in the room. But I think that central bankers know good and well that once these cryptocurrency bubbles burst, laying in their wake will be a very refined technology that allows central bank cryptocurrencies to rise up where they've left off. But no, to your question, do I think that they would be allowed to coexist? I think not.
Now this tweet connects to the next tweet. Central bankers will eradicate cash and control our buying with cryptocurrency technology. This was in 2017.
You could certainly, kind of inflammatory words like abolishing, but you could certainly see a sequence of events whereby if the Bitcoin bubble ends up bleeding into other overvalued asset classes that then bleed into an economic contraction leading to recession, that then end up causing the central bankers of the world, starting with the Fed, to go back to the zero bound in interest rates. Once we get to that point, and I hope we don't, I hope that our new chairman, Jay Powell, is going to say, you know what, zero interest rates didn't work. We're not going to go back there. But if we get to the point where we're back at zero interest rates or worse, negative interest rates, the next logical step for central bankers is the eradication of cash and controlling our buying, which can only really be done electronically with this burgeoning cryptocurrency technology.
Look at that. Buying with cryptocurrency technology. So either way, we are stepping our foot into this digital realm. It comes from Kevin Cage. What does liquidity mean? Liquidity within a transaction refers to how easy it is to convert an instrument into cash for withdrawal. Cash is considered the standard for liquidity because it can easily be exchanged to and from other assets. Some other examples of liquid assets are treasury bills, notes, and bonds. If a financial transaction is an engine with moving parts, then liquidity is the oil that makes it move. Currently, there are pools of trapped capital all around the world, and sending money from one currency to another requires financial institutions to pre-fund accounts in the destination currency. In order for transactions to flow freely across borders and pay out instantly, there needs to be enough volume of the transactional instrument XRP. In the case of on-demand liquidity being traded from one currency to the next, if liquidity doesn't flow, transactions break down. XRP the standard. This comes from Jack the Rippler. Kuwait Financial House describes in its new annual report that Ripple's payment technologies are used alongside SWIFT and are achieving very good results. So I will put all these links down in the description below so you guys can investigate further. Sometimes I read the article, sometimes I don't, but we could see that Ripple's payment technologies are used alongside SWIFT and are achieving very good results. Very good. It comes from Grayscale. XRP has gained momentum amongst both financial institutions and individual users. Why? Learn more about XRP in our Building Blocks report. Aim to help investors of all levels better understand the digital asset class. So again, an introduction to XRP. Now, you guys can obviously check all of this out. Again, from Kevin Cage. So much info in here. Chinese currency being developed since 2014. All planned. Again, everything is all planned. 2014 Chinese currency. Scan to pay. Near field communication. Touch to pay. Backed by biggest banks and tech giants in China. China accumulated 20,000 tons of gold too. Soft rollout in May. Again, in May. So everything is really like heading or pointing towards May. So China's national digital currency overview. Again, there's so many articles here, so many good news. Now guys, we're into the fun part of XRP and the XRP community. Reborn tweeted out, if you want to see the reality, you have to dig a little deeper. So many gems becoming more relevant by the day. It is nearly time for the gold to shine with its new friend, a new standard. So remember Donald Trump answers to Bitcoin to rivals China digital yuan. So look at that, gold, lots of gold. Again, gold. So everything is heading towards this gold, silver, XRP. From XRP 589, there will be one day that all XRP will be sold out and Coinbase does not say a word. So do your own research, guys. Do your own research. It comes from Crypto Amigo. Bravo, Mr. Poole, take a bow. UN to call for new global body to help with debt relief. Look at this. Mr. Poole tweeted out. And if we go here, the International Debt Authority, UN, like the International Atomic Energy Agency. So look at that, connections being played out and made. The last tweet for today's video comes from Baba Cugs. This is important for XRP as the bears look up at the golden sun and blue skies. We can see here
now
from
where
Julia.
EU leaders are discussing their joint response to the pandemic. They will sign off on the first step, a 500 billion euro emergency package, but much more, as we've just been discussing there, needed to fund a recovery and what that looks like. And as always, the question is how to pay for it. Anna Stewart joins us now. Anna, I always felt during the financial crisis that more Europe was okay until it became about more money, and then the challenge really begins. What does a plan for the future look like?
I think there's nothing like an economic crisis to really highlight the divisions within the EU. The financial crisis, as you mentioned, really we saw that. The EU meeting today is to decide on the recovery fund for the entire bloc. You mentioned the Eurozone finance ministers meeting last week. They agreed to a sort of €500 billion worth in a big package. A, we're expecting it to be maybe triple the size, and B, they didn't actually agree on how to finance the crucial recovery fund part of it. And this has been hugely contentious. We've spoken a lot about the corona bonds, the idea of mutualized debt that has caused divisions. Spain, the southern European countries, France want to see this happen, the so-called corona bonds. Germany, the more frugal nations, they do not agree with that approach. They don't want to be underwriting the debts of economies which are less financially prudent, they would say, than themselves. So this brings into question this whole existential crisis, really, of the Eurozone and the EU. How do they move forwards? And when are we really going to see some decisive decisions being made? You know, is it at this EU summit? Probably not. Julia?
Yeah, either we're in this together or we're not. We'll see. Anna Stewart, thank you so much for that.
So, as the bears look up at the golden sun and blue sky. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And hey guys, see ya.